Got $100? You ready to start investing? Watch this video. Hey, what's going on, guys? For those of you who are new to this channel and you don't know who I am, my name is Trey. Welcome back, or welcome to Let's Talk Finances, where on this channel we help you get out of debt, stay out of debt, reach financial independence so that you can ultimately begin building wealth. If that sounds like something that you are interested in, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, as I'll be giving you the step-by-step guides to get out of debt and build wealth. Before we begin, for those of you who want to join a group with like-minded individuals who are all about making money and getting out of debt, I would highly encourage you to go over to Facebook and join the Let's Talk Fire Facebook group. Currently consists of almost 5,000 members, very active, and all they talk about all day is ways to save money and make money. So head over there, join the group if you're serious about making money. The first thing that you can start investing in with just $100 is actually a very, very low risk investment, a high yield savings account. Many of you have your money parked in either a checkings account or a quote unquote savings account where you're drawing 0.02% interest. It's a complete waste of money. Like, your money is just dwindling away in there. The best way for you to build wealth is by allowing your money to make more money. Now, a high yield savings account will help you do just that. You can park your money in these accounts that accumulate substantially more interest than a regular savings account. I've seen it go up to as much as 7%. Now, obviously, these interest rates are going to fluctuate with the market. So the highest that I've seen, at least that I am getting, is 2.80%. I'll also put down in the description below high yield savings accounts that you should look into for yourself. But the premise behind it is easy. You put your money into the account, and every month you draw dividends from that. It pays you what I would like is no less than 0.60% APY. If you can manage to do that, it'd be a great way for you to actually build your emergency fund. This is something else that a lot of people don't talk about. You hear about building that emergency fund, but a lot of people are building that emergency fund and putting it into an account that doesn't draw any interest. And one of the most low risk and most beneficial ways of doing so is by parking your $100 into a high yield savings account. As a matter of fact, put down in the comments below if you've ever heard of a high yield savings account, and if you have, which one do you have your money parked in? The second investment that you could very well start making with your $100 investment is my personal favorite, to be honest, and that is index funds. For those of you who aren't familiar with what index funds are, in this video I actually went over that. What index funds are, why you should start investing in it, and how much money you can actually make from doing so. So go and watch that video after this one. Think of an index fund as a basket of a bunch of different stocks. Tesla, Apple, Amazon, you name it. So instead of you owning those companies one by one, they put all of those companies into one basket, and that basket actually represents an index. So you have an index fund that allows you to spread your money all throughout all of these different companies so that you can actually be a partial owner in every one of these companies. The expense ratio is so low that you're not paying a ridiculous amount of money for someone to manage your portfolio. Index funds would be considered a mid to low risk investment depending upon which funds you are actually invested in. To give you an example of some of the benchmarks that an index fund tries to replicate would be the S&P 500. Now, if you aren't familiar with the S&P 500, it is 500 of the largest and most successful companies in the United States. By investing in an index fund that tracks the S&P 500, you would be invested in 500 of the largest companies in the United States. I, again, personally love investing in index funds, and if you've never heard of it, I would highly, highly encourage you to look into investing your $100 in index funds. The third place that you can be investing your $100 in a Roth IRA. You can actually do it in a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, but if you're not familiar with what that is, in this video, I actually went over both of those so you can become more familiarized with it. Watch that video after this one. But an IRA stands for an individual retirement account. Traditionally, you'll park your money into these accounts for its tax advantages, all right? These are tax advantaged accounts. For instance, a Roth IRA. You can put your money and or investments into this account, but you're going to do it after tax. So your money will be taxed before it goes in, but the benefit to it is once you go to pull that money out at retirement, you will not pay any taxes on it, which is a beautiful thing. Just think about it. Let's say you're 25 years old, you start investing today for 20 years, and you could accumulate somewhere up to $300,000 to $400,000 and pull it out tax-free. And the benefit to it is you're utilizing compound interest to build wealth. On the other side of that, you have your traditional IRA to where that money is not taxed before it goes in. However, when you go to pull that money out at retirement, it will be taxed. Then find out which one of these would work best for you. However, a rule of thumb would be if you foresee making more money at retirement than you do right now, more than likely you're going to want to do a Roth IRA right now. So you can pay taxes on it now and not then. The fourth thing that you should be considering putting your money into for an investment would be either a 401k or a TSP, which is a thrift savings plan. A 401k is traditionally more so for the average civilian who works for a company that offers a retirement plan. The TSP is basically government employees or military employees equivalent to the 401k. The benefit to this is most companies are going to match your contribution. So that means if you put in $500, they'll match that $500. That's an automatic gain, 100% return on your investments. For those of you who are not currently investing in your 401k, you need to start. For those of you government employees and or soldiers who are not investing in your TSP, you need to start. There's one thing to notate with both. Let's say you've decided to invest in index funds through your TSP or 401k. You need to go in and ensure once you set it up, by default, they'll either allocate those funds into a TDF, which is a target date fund, or an L fund or a life cycle fund for the TSP side of the house. And that's more so for people who want to be hands off. Those funds change allocations the closer you get to retirement. So that's something to notate to put your $100 into. For those of you who aren't familiar with what a TSP is, again, in this video, I went over that. So go and watch that video after this one. And the last thing that you can be parking your money in, your hard-earned $100, stocks. Actively managed, speculative trading. I will tell you now, stocks are a very high risk, high reward investment. You have the potential to make tons of money in a very short period of time. However, in doing so, your risk goes through the roof, all right? So that's something that you really want to take consideration into before you start investing in it. If you're not familiar with stocks, it would be you can individually invest in these companies, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon. You can invest in these stocks individually, but a downside to it would be its commission. An actively managed fund is going to cost considerably more in expenses than a passively managed fund, which is what an index fund is. But before you do any one of these, I would highly encourage you to do your research. All right, there you have it, guys. So 5 places that you can start investing with $100. If you found this video to be insightful in any way, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And lastly, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any other content just like this one. I'd like to thank all of the men and women who have served and who are currently serving this country. I greatly appreciate you, and so do we all. To the next video, guys. Let's talk finances then.